Community Voices is a nonprofit organization that provides an opportunity for families to be healthy. Sometimes it's physical health, sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's emotional, and sometimes it's just families holding on to each other, living life. Forever Family is an agency that is very committed to supporting parents as they try to parent either from prison or after having just returned home. The Mila program that was sponsored by Community Voices really allowed us to do just that. Community Voices figured out that what fathers really wanted to do was to parent, but to do it from a healthy place. So the project that we did with Community Voices allowed men to be concerned about their health and make efforts to take care of their health alongside of making efforts to learn how to do a better job at parenting. What we found is that these guys, even though they made a mistake and they were being held accountable for it, they fiercely, fiercely loved their children and they wanted to be good fathers. And so the 10-week program that we put them through, which included class time, time with a case manager, through all of that, what we saw was a group of 50 men who really believed in their ability to parent and who had a strong desire to do whatever it took to do a good job. And so when I think about what has happened over this last year and the partnership between Forever Family and Community Voices through Mila, I think of two agencies that came together to do something that neither one could do alone. Forever Family really could not and does not address health issues or health disparities, and being involved with Community Voices allowed us to help men do that. And I believe that Community Voices isn't designed to do family bonding and strengthening of the relationship between a parent and their children. They're committed to that. They see that as an important aspect of what needs to happen. But by partnering with us, Community Voices was able to bring that piece to the work as well.
Community Voices has been around for over a decade and specializes in working with vulnerable populations. Specifically, one of those populations is the reentry population, which is often overlooked and is thought as an invisible population. So what we wanted to do is definitely address the issues of formerly incarcerated persons, and more specifically their children, that are often at risk just because of their involvement with the criminal justice system. With this program, the Mila Fellows Reentry Family Support Program, is unique because we don't work only with the formerly incarcerated individual, but their child as well as their family, providing their needs, making sure that they have employment, health services, and any other needs that they see fit to be successful in reentering the community. And we feel that and have seen by providing those services and those needs, it's able to address the issues and help reunite that family and increase the positive outcomes of that child, as well as the family and the father himself.
Well, I think the program, it helps you, to get your life, because it helped me get my life back right, It help me get back on, chart. Now I'm started going to church, and I'm putting it in, with meetings, making a balance, in my life, And, I've been helping people, in the community, try to help them, get off of those drugs. And, I've been telling them about this program, but then they were saying that it was at the end of the program. This is a real good program, I wish anybody that, just coming out of, jail, ain't got nowhere to go, they benefit from this program.
You guys do so much already. I just say keep doing what you're doing, just good advice for the fathers here. Constant meetings, we're able to come in and get on the internet and kind of help ourselves job search. You guys come get us from the train station. You help out so much. So, I don't think I can say enough. You guys are very helpful.
You got people who always try to look down because my circumstances, like getting out of prison, and this program just helped me become a better father to my family and to help the community. I can go around, just smile at the people, and they smile back.
Community Voices has started national programs with childhood obesity, and we look forward to doing the same in mental and behavioral health and the reentry in prison population. Again, putting in national programming and national models for others to follow and ensure that we have proper success and outcomes for communities all over the nation. It is a nationwide problem and not a problem just in select communities, but a problem that's in one community in Atlanta is a problem for the entire country.
The program has been very helpful as far as its benefits, Kroger cards, Marta cards, mentally just, just kind of coming together with a group of positive people and, getting a positive outcome. Like, you guys are the greatest.
It's been helpful for me. I done got me a job, helped me, get a job, because I stayed focused, after we had graduated, I just kept on, grinding, praying, and I finally found a job, so I'm working at VA now.
So with this program and y'all helping them, every little dollar counts. So by him getting a gift card, it could buy the baby Pampers, or by y'all getting him like for Christmas, y'all gave him toys to provide for the baby. So every little bit that the program was doing counted, and it was helping take some of the load off me.
And so often in our society, we are quick to say that men who don't provide for their children are just deadbeat dads. I don't agree with that. I think sometimes they're dead broke dads. They don't have the money that they need to financially provide for their children. And I think what came out of this Mila project is moms understanding two things. One, that the dad's most important gift isn't money. It's time and a relationship with his children. And two, when provided with resources, fathers will provide. I cannot tell you how many dads who took their Kroger card or their Marta card and gave it to the mom to help her and the children. That all speaks to, I think, the integrity of these men, the desire of these men. And I fundamentally believe that moms and dads, regardless of their issues, deeply love their children and want to figure out how to work together for the sake of their children. I feel like Community Voices through the Mila program gave moms and dads an opportunity to do that. When I think about barriers to success in terms of the fathers achieving all of their goals, the biggest one I think really relates to employment. While the program was not designed solely to find jobs for the men, one of the important aspects for men is being productive and working. And because our society places such a huge stigma on people who've been incarcerated, it was very hard for the fathers to find jobs. And I think for them, that really affected them because they saw that as an important part of their success. The other big barrier I saw for dads was that as great as the program was and as much as we did, it wasn't enough. There needs to be more funding for programs like this. They need to provide even more intensive services than what we provided. I think we did a good job. I think the design that Community Voices came up with was right, to have men be able to go to class, to educate themselves, for them to have a case manager, for them to do community service, community involvement. I think all of those components, and of course to interact with their children, I think all of those components were right and they were good. Community Voices created a great product. Forever Family was happy to be involved with it. But for me, one of the things that is needed is that we have more programs like this, that they're longer than a year, and that they have much more funding connected to them because the needs are so great. The resources are way too limited. More is needed. There are so many exciting, wonderful things that happen for the men and their children over the year-long project. I'd just like to highlight a few of them. The first one I'd like to talk about is the way I felt the first time I saw a dad at the Braves game holding one child in his arms, having one on his knee, one standing by him, watching the game. In our society, baseball, you can't get more American than that. And to see these dads there at the game with their kids, it didn't matter that dad had been gone a year or 5 years or 10 years. It didn't matter that dad wasn't in the home every day, but for that moment, that game, dad was doing what dads do all across the country, which is to enjoy sporting events, recreation, quality time with their kids. That's one of the big highlights. A second highlight for me, and it's really funny, is when I saw dads, for maybe some of them the first time, wrapping Christmas gifts for their children. We set up a store, fathers selected the gifts for their children. That part was pretty easy. But when it came to wrapping the gifts, dads had paper everywhere, tape, scissors. It was really funny. But what was so poignant for me is one guy got tears in his eyes and he said, you know, this is the first time I've done this and it was never done for me. How powerful that Community Voices would be about changing a generational cycle, breaking that, moving men into a space where they were doing something that seemed so normal, natural, to pick out and wrap a gift for your child. Here were men who'd never done that before, having the opportunity to do that. Now, I don't really think it gets too much better than that.
Community Voices would like to thank the W.K. Kellogg Foundation for providing the means for us to do this program, as well as the community and the members of the community and the stakeholders for allowing us to produce a program and being receptive of what we want to do with this population and the children and families. It's important that they have an interest invested as well as we do to ensure those outcomes are met. So thank you.
Forever Family is an agency that has been around for 25 years, and we're funded in a lot of different ways. But I must say that one of the most significant partnerships for me has been my partnership with Community Voices. It has been an honor to work with the staff at Community Voices. It's been an honor to be partnered with Morehouse School of Medicine. I cannot thank Community Voices enough for what they allowed Forever Family to do. It may seem simple to some people that it was just a grant, but for us it was more than that. It was an opportunity to put into practice what we believe, and that is that men and fathers are important contributors to our community, to our society, and most of all, to their families. Thank you, Community Voices.
I just pray that y'all keep going, because we really do need these things in our community. And it's like an uplifting. I appreciate it.
I just want to thank you guys for everything you've done for me and the guys in the group. You've been an inspiration to myself as well as others, I'm sure. And just want to thank you guys for, definitely making me a better man, giving me the proper advice to, be a better father, and the opportunity to job hunt, be able to just get around through you guys. I'm very thankful, and you be blessed. God bless.
I want to give a thanks to Forever Family. Thanks a lot for the help you've been to me in my life and with the whole family adjustment, and it's just been a big help, and I want to thank you for that to the fullest, for the change that you have gave me to be a better father for the family. Thanks.
Just Community Voices, that's a good voice so that people like me who getting out of jail, they can understand that they're not a label, not a bad label. It's good things out there. So thank you.
I want to thank Community Voices for providing these services to fathers out here, because here in Atlanta, Georgia, we really don't have that many programs to help support the fathers. And I think that's a big thing that we need, because we don't want to seem like the system has failed them. Because once the system has failed them and they feel like they have nobody on their side, then they turn to negative things in their life. And when they turn to negative things in their life, us mothers are out here stuck raising a little boy by his own. And it's never good when a mother has to try to teach a boy how to be a man. So I want to thank Community Voices for getting on this service and these programs, because it just means a lot to let them know that somebody has their back in life and that the system is not always against them.